Hello people, this is Cobra and this is Let's Play The Witcher Blind. Last time, Murder Most Foul.
I came out of Oxenford Academy
Today,
with high honors,
hopefully we prevent
yet
more
any
Murder Most Foul.
broad-shouldered lump earns more around here.
Dung boots that visit our here in Toussaint, with no penchant for living to work, nor working to live, nor working at all.
Okay.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up.
Oh yeah, that's always the best suggestion.
You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish?
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Okay then.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around, over there, look.
Ah.
The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters.
Good work, you
Clear?
guys.
Then let's get to it.
You guys could not have set this up to be more annoying, could you?
If one were to call a snake
Witcher.
courageous or coward,
I am sure
another part of the
you will
state would one have
dance.
in mind, if not that which fights and goes to war on the stage.
It's a beautiful area.
But this is no true unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work, or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Almost. A treat. Ah, that'll do.
Roach likes carrots. Maybe unicorn will too.
This is an outrage. An outrage, I tell you.
It's a carrot.
Against the rules.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I start caring about the rules, I'll get right back to you. Until then, this will be here. Oh. Actually, where did the damn carrots end up? Must be under here on a quest, right? Oh wait, it's already been equipped. That's what confusion was all about.
What do you say to a delicious crunchy carrot?
Ah, that was something else for your appetite.
Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Well, how broke just because.
On an empty stomach. Dreadful.
Move!
Theo's tails are falling, Harper.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Do you think I don't know that? The light is positively useless.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
It's like a balloon?
But my, is he manly?
Thought I not visited that one. Sort of glows like I haven't. That one also glows, so I haven't visited that one. So, I think that's the last fish in the area. It must be that. Oh.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace.
What?
When a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Yep, that'll do.
A key.
Well, thank you. Have a nice day.
Bombard stretch.
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Yep. There sure was no easy way to have this arranged in case of an emergency. Nope. This was surely the easiest way this could be done.
Stable goats, golden fish, suspicious. What the?
Hunter, Duke, the light is positively useless. She can't possibly see.
What? Precisely.
There we go.
Faster.
Yes, I face no ointment could help.
Time's slipping away. It's already fucking night time.
But your eyes...
No buts.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
Get like grown hollow ease, but then like a mouse with a head of hard cheese. What? I begin like a grown, hollowed out with these. Like, what would I fit? Like in a palace pantry, just because it's cheese? The greenhouse? How's a greenhouse hollowed out? Cave is hollowed out, I guess.
Groans, hollows. Could be a cave, I guess.
Now that's just silly. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and fill it with ease, the letters, that is, we get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads hard cheese. Why, it's greenhouse!
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Oh, it's one of them clever riddles. That close to completing quest. Might as well just finish it last time.
Wait here.
Yell if you see a vampire. Or anything like that.
What the butch?
What was that?
Whoop! Guess the fucker's not so used to somebody being able to keep up with him. Hey, Fangy, come out!
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Interesting question. None.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
I'm not in the habit of doing that.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
Alright, Spike, bring it on!
Let you kill again.
But first, give me a moment. I do believe I have some oil for this sort of thing. Enhanced vampire oil. Can I do better than enhanced? Yeah, I figured as much. We'll check in on afterwards. Where was it? There. And if that guy was actually dead as you indicate, then that means you killed somebody I actually liked. Now it's tough when you're up against someone who can actually keep up with you. Eh? Also, if you killed that Broxer, then I sent that Broxer, then I guess we can consider responsibility for all the guards you killed who just doing the fucking job. Getting a bit careless here. Very simple strategy he has. Basically, charge forward, constantly use his speed for that. Gives me the impression he's not used to finding someone who can fight back at his level. He's just used to just slicing people up. I mean, he's got some good blocking skills, that's true. Hey, did you hear that, Edward? You need to use some deodorant. Nice, a new move! Just a shame it's a little bit late into the fight. Since I'm about to go boffy on your ass. I'm a witcher. My job is to take more hard asses like you and rape you in half. Man, he's moving rapidly around.
You are to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
You, So, you can't
Yes,
go home.
Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
Whoever you are.
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
I have no idea who you are.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
I'm sorry, what?
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
So, how do you come back from
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So, you know the guy.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn, though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry, I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Well, that just makes this more complicated. Okay, what good reasons?
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course.
Fascinating. Okay, I'm game.
Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
And Dettlaff did this why?
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
That's fair.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him, immensely.
Okay. Fascinating. It complicates things, but fascinating. I also like where they got to voice this guy. He's got a really good voice.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Well, I still gotta, kind of find him.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
I suppose that is true.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
Okay.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Shame. As I said, I actually like the guy, but I suppose I should be careful of getting all attached in a Witcher game. Maybe I should look up who the fuck he is, because that did confuse things a little bit. Geralt chased Sir Milton's murder of Mad Tennessee. How this chase ended stands as clear witness to the fact Geralt was facing a highly dangerous foe. We killed Geralt to an old warehouse where it set a trap for him. I found him shooting, and at a crucial moment Geralt was saved by Regis, a high vampire and old Fred. Here I must explain that years ago Regis had joined Geralt's band of fellow travelers, of which I was a proud part, and set off with us in search of Ciri. That seems to be a recurring theme. Together we lived through many fascinating adventures, and Regis proved himself a loyal friend, the kind you trust with your life. Sadly, the expedition ended tragically for Regis. He was killed by Vilge's forts, who reduced him to nothing more than a wet stain. Hence, the Witcher's immense surprise at encountering his old friend. After all, he had seen Regis die with his own eyes. The thing is, it was not Regis' final death, nor even his first. As a young man, Regis had been a bit of a free spirit, nor indulged in the drinking of blood. This lifestyle led him to being butchered by angry villagers. Regenerating from that took him 50 years, nearly no time at all for an immortal. With his full health, he kicked the habit of blood drinking for good. For years, we'd all thought he was gone forever, yet here he was, standing in front of Geralt in the dockside warehouse. Regis explained he had regenerated and come to Toisanne to find Detlef a friend. Such were the dramatic circumstances bring Regis and Geralt together again in Beauclair. They did not have long to enjoy their reunion, however. They could hear others approaching. Regis, not wanting to risk an encounter with angry humans, agreed to meet back up with Geralt at the cemetery where he had made an altogether comfortable temporary home for himself. Okay, sounds like a nice guy. Yeah, this is all clues.
We must allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
At least they just do that without complaining and so on. That's very nice. But yes, maybe now's a good time to... investigate some secondary things. Wait, weren't we here earlier? Oh, wrong button. There we go. There you are. Let's go see what our new horse is. Let's go see what our new horse. No, let's see what the new home is all about.
The guard brings peace to the domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
There appears to be something here.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Well, that's fair. Here's a tip.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Nice kid. So that's something nice.
My dear friend.
I've been told you're on a jaunt to Toussaint. I do hope you don't overtax yourself during the wine festival. The effects of such exertion at your age can indeed prove most detrimental. I've come upon some information which might be of interest to you. While browsing through a colleague's book collection, I found mention of one Professor Moreau of Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations.
Oh great, a Professor Moreau.
The details I've come to learn are rather vague, and his laboratory's location remains a mystery. Yet his journal should at least provide hints as to both. It is said he was laid to rest with it in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the tome I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. Should you grow tired of sampling Beauclair's ladies, wines, and other exquisite delicacies, this matter might prove a fruitful diversion. Investigate at your leisure. Your friend, Yennefer.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
I mean, what was going up against a powerful vampire? Yeah.
Tony messing everything up. To top it all, beast.
Move it.
Stop eating the pottery. Actually, I could use a smith. Do you guys have a smith around here? Now that I can immediately see.
This is Beauclair, and everything's peachy.
Come on now.
I think I saw there was a board over there. Maybe I should go. It seems like I'll be going by that anyway, so. Watch out, watch out!
The prophet's rooms. A witcher.
And from here I'll also be able to teleport.
Hey there.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Contract Grandmaster Armorer. Master Armorer and Beauclair's experiment to help recover long and lost diagrams. Contract is highly dangerous, such will be lucratively rewarded. Fisticuffs. Hey, tough guy. Smack down your brother-in-law and now you're feeling invincible. Neighbors step aside when they see you coming. Got violence in your heart? And perhaps it's high time you fought for the title of Brawl Master of Beauclair. Defeat 3 champions and you'll get the honor of facing the Maestro himself. Seek more information from bookies in San Sebastian and by the docks. Armed Escort 1, wish to hire person or person with good weapon skills who for reasonable fee will escort us into the Beatrice cabin for exploratory purposes. The Knight Errant claimed the Sahavi House was no danger, so we don't expect trouble, but better safe than sorry. All solution of human honor. Didn't I already have that one? Or was that simple? Whatever. Test yourself with the trials of virtues. Dear reader, years pass and times change, yet all that is good and beautiful still requires defender. Come to the island Laxilari, whatever, and test the rightness of your character during the trials. If you pass, you shall receive a reward. Contract quarreling at the cemetery. Since no one from a residence committee seems to think it is a responsibility, I write myself. They cannot go on. The infernal racket coming from the cemetery is driving us mad, and no one is doing anything about it. I know we all hear it, but Bouquet admitted it keeps her awake all night long, but she lays further away from the cemetery than any of us. If there's any witcher who can put an end to all this screaming, brawling, and insults, I'll pay him from my own pouch. Ask him to point out Charles Lanzano at the clever clocks. That'll be me. Wanted, discreet specialist. Wanted, professional to investigate mystery concerning Reginald d'Aubry's statue. Requirement, indomitable work ethic, absolute discretion and refinement in supernatural situations. Desirable, immaculate presentation, aesthetic sensitivity, and knowledge of modern sculptures. For details, please see Rolanda de Flackfisser, curator of art and collectibles.
Lark Salavi. Might be worth looking into.
Scoundrel.
Let's just hop over here. I think of the corpses all cleared out. Look at that brooch.
A man who dare not down some red is a man whose wives like to thump his head.
I don't think any of us related, but okay.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Faulty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco.
Oh, thanks. Nice to meet you.
I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
Anyway, so what can you tell me about this place, Barnabas?
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colourful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate.
Okay, then.
Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Oh, nice. Well, show me around.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
I'll take your advice.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
It's beautiful.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Interesting.
Cheap shenanigans. I can't.
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Oh, that's
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
No, I want to know. It's important.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
I gotta agree with Geralt. This place is beautiful.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
I'm sadly not much of a, I guess I'm not sad, but I'm not much of a wine person myself. Don't really find a lot of those that I actually like drinking.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreaks and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he nearly broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Oh, well, I guess if he was happy. Okay. Sorry, just gotta take a look at the river here. It looks good. It looks real good. Also nice to see all the corpses have been cleaned up nicely. What's rather unsightly.
Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Oh, I like that idea. I use a lot of herbs in my work, you know? I can only imagine that the rest of the people here could also use herbs. It's probably useful for winemaking, I can imagine. Herbal herb? Herbs. Like medical
Madame
herbs.
Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Nice place. Picture is kind of runesque, but
Is more a burden than that steel of yours.
I didn't catch a word that guy said. Hope he wasn't addressing me. And back across the river.
Bread adds a spring to your step. Wine adorns your heavy bones.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
I guess Roach would appreciate that. Would be nice to get them a stable.
Days pass. The pile of work remains the same.
Anyway,
The
saying...
cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
But yeah, Rose deserves the stable to be in. She's been a good horse. Helped out a lot.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained, but one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Yep. It's a bit of a project.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll.
As it always does.
Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
Well, I'm curious, what are we looking at, like, economically?
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Well, I'm out and about a lot, so let's talk about the grounds.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should.
he's really into
I
it.
see things. Given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Alright, armor repair table. Let's hear about that.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
No, that'll do for now.
Let's put a pin in this for now. Remembered I have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I am here to serve whenever you desire.
I mean, 1,000, that's barely, anything for me. It's a nice place. But could use a loving hand. I guess an armorer's table is a good place to start. Practical from my job perspective and so on. Kitchen area. So that's a bed symbol. What's this? Ah. Guess I'm storing all my notes then, so on. I guess it's nice to have them somewhere other than my trouser pockets. Let's see what this is all about.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
Like, could you maybe make it a little bit more melodious when you say it? Because it sounds so, I don't know, choppy, I guess, almost. Well, the beast should leave everyone alone for a few days anyway. Give me time to do stuff. or it's just there?
Art is not life's bread and butter.
Faster. Run, Roach.
Oh, that's a beautiful mural.
I swear on my honor, I shall smash the plunderers, scatter them to the winds, and drive them from our duchy!
What are you even doing? He apparently says that while massaging a pouch.
The duchy as a whole suffers from a disconnect with reality.
Beautiful wall painting. Hey!
Greetings, brave hero. I am Raphael de Serman, and I am the Ducal Camerlengo.
I'm Geralt. So what is it you do here?
I pay the knight's errand.
For what?
Our knights wander the roads, protecting Toussaint from bandits and monsters. It is fitting and just that they be recompensed appropriately for these toils.
I guess that's true.
Note, sir, that should you successfully smash a hands, save a brother knight from peril, or extract a captured merchant from the hands of cutthroats, come see me. You shall be rewarded.
I'm curious. Where does this money come from?
Can't help but be curious. But where do the funds for those payments come from?
The ducal treasury, of course. Her illustrious highness Anna Henrietta assigns great value to bravery and selfless patriotism. It is her standing order that any knight may receive a wage, pardon me, financial compensation for his dedication to defending the duchy's internal security and order.
Yep.
Wouldn't mind a glance at your books. Ones you're willing to sell, that is.
You don't readily buy things. Wow. Yeah. Sorry about that. 5 versus 15. I mean, I presume non-humans here also means monsters. So this seems like it's, you know... He'll actually buy some of this? A flute? I'll just take everything you own. Never mind. There we go. I'm not sure what you're going to do about this in a bookstore, but farewell.
Well, see you later.
Go in peace for a night.
Okay. Seems like it's all over the place. Well, it seems like I'll just run into it as I move around. So, probably no reason to go out of my way for it right now. Okay, place to come. What else do we got? Yeah, but we should do that next time. I feel like this is a good stopping point.
Where does Celestine wander
Oh,
away?
the Witcher! The one the duchess summoned!
Yeah, that'll be me. Anyway, this has been our Cobra. This has been Let's Play The Witcher Blind. See you all around.